Want to learn how to trim edits in Final Cut Pro? Well, have I got the tool for you. Hey everybody, welcome to Sandy Sundays. I'm Sandy Schwartz, your personal video editing coach, and I'm going to scoop out a little bit of information about Final Cut Pro every Sunday. This is episode number 3. I'm going to teach you how to use the trim tool. Now let's go. All right, the trim tool. Now the first thing that you will want to do is you want to activate the trim tool. And there's a number of different ways you can do that. The way I don't like to do it is to come over here to the icon. I pull this down and you see where it says trim right there? And you click trim, which has the command of T. So I hit trim. Okay, see this icon? This is now my trim icon. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is when I'm using the trim tool is I want to click on an edit that I want to trim. These lines are all the different edits. So let's use this one here. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but there are 2 lines right there. That means that we're in the trim tool. So now with the trim activated, if I pull it to the left, I have shortened the outgoing shot and I've lengthened the incoming shot. And so what that does is it changes where the edit is, but it doesn't change where any of the clips sit. And that's if I pull it to the left. Now if I pull it to the right, I lengthen the outgoing shot and I've shortened the incoming shot. Once again, it doesn't change the position of any of the other clips. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this back down approximately to where it's supposed to be. If I hit Shift / it will go before the edit, play it down through the edit, and then it will end. So I'm going to hit Shift / This is my pre-roll. And that's my post-roll after the edit. And then it goes back and does it again because I'm in loop mode. And it will keep doing that until I hit spacebar like that. So that's the trim tool when you're using the actual trim tool. Now if I click on the left side of the edit, I can now do what they call a ripple trim. So if I pull it to the left, it shortens the outgoing shot, keeping the incoming shot the same length, but pulling everything back. That's called a ripple trim. And so what happens is everything to the right of the cut stays the same length, but it now ends earlier in the timeline. It used to end equal to where this music track was. And then also, conversely, if I take the left side and I push it to the right, you see how the other clips are moving back. They're staying the same length, but they're being rippled farther down the line, which makes the timeline longer. The sequence is longer, and it goes beyond where the music is, and it's extended the length of the outgoing shot. That's if you trim on the left side. If you trim on the right side, if I go left, it extends the length of the incoming shot, thus rippling everything beyond it. Notice how this has gone past the end of the cut again. So I'm going to undo that, and now I'm going to go to the right like that. And it's basically made the incoming shot shorter and thus bringing everything closer to the head, bringing everything beyond the incoming shot closer to the head. Okay, now one of the other cool things is you could use the numeric keypad to do the same things if you want to tweak. So if I go +5 enter, it made the incoming shot 5 frames shorter. +5 enter, 5 more frames shorter. +5 enter, 5 more frames shorter. And if I go -20 enter, it's now 20 frames longer. -10 enter, it's now 10 frames longer. And as you can see, it's still doing the ripple trim. Okay? So that's the trim tool. Now, when you are in the select tool, that's hitting A, you can click on the left and it works the same way. See the ripples going on there? If I pull it to the left, if I pull it to the right, I'm expanding and contracting the length of the outgoing shot. And then if I go to the right side, if I pull to the right, it shortens the incoming shot, which pulls everything forward. And if I go to the left, it expands or lengthens the incoming shot, and everything gets pushed back. So that works the same way as if I do either side of the trim tool. Now, the selection tool is the tool you're going to be in most of the time, so it's easier than hitting the trim tool and then going to the edit. And the numeric keypad works the same way. So now, here's a little bit of a difference. If I hit the position tool, you notice the little tail on the bottom of my cursor there? That means I'm in selection tool. If I hit P, the tail goes away. That's called the position tool. It is like the selection tool, but it acts a little differently. So if I click to the left side of the edit again, and I pull it to the left, oh, that's different. So what happens is it shortens the outgoing shot, doesn't touch the incoming shot, doesn't ripple the edit, but it creates a hole where the outgoing shot was. And so what that does is it gives you room to put another edit in there or what have you. You could do this in either direction, but the difference is you can't go past your edit point now. So if I trim it, I can open up a hole, but I can't go beyond here because it doesn't know if you're going to do a ripple or what have you. And inversely, if I go to the incoming shot and I pull it to the right, it creates this black hole again. Now, if I pull it back to the left, I cannot go past the edit point. Now, while this is highlighted, I can then do the same thing with the numeric keypad. Plus 10, it created a 10 frame hole. Plus 20. It created another 20 frames. And it's additive and subtractive, minus 30. And that's the trim tool. If you like this video and are new to this channel, subscribe. Click the bell if you want to be notified when the next one comes out. I'll be putting out a new video every Sunday, so watch out for them. Don't forget to press the like button and leave a comment below. I love reading all the comments. Until next time, I'm Sandy Schwartz, your personal video editing coach. And this was Sandy Sundays. See ya!